Ryan, we obviously saw Dan Bladar is day-to-day. Anything you can tell us about?
No, he's day-to-day. That's all I can really tell you.
But Devin Cooley getting an opportunity to be back with the team. What have you guys liked about the way he's been playing with the Rangers?
From all reports in the games that I've seen, he's been the best goaltender in the American League. Like, he's done a really good job for the guys there. So you never want to see him get an opportunity to come up with us based on someone not feeling right. But that's the way it goes. And I think he's done an excellent job of making sure that he's given our Wranglers team a chance to win every night. And in a lot of situations, made a lot of saves that he shouldn't be making. So he's been really good.
I'm sure last night stung for the group.
Yeah.
Do you want to move past that, or do you want them to continue to feel that sting going into tomorrow's game?
No, to me it was a bit of an uncharacteristic-type game for us, for sure. So I think you let it sting for a bit, and then you move on. So today was a day where we kind of got back to the checking routes that we have on the ice, and I thought the guys did a good job with that today.
Yeah, we saw McKenzie on the right side today. He's played on his offside so much here. Like, what's your desire to maybe see him more on his strong side?
It's not so much a desire. I think you look a little bit at opponent, and for us, we want to put our most competitive team in for tomorrow night. So Joel is one of those guys. So that's kind of what we looked at in practice today to see if it would be a fit, and then we'll talk about it, and then we'll make decisions from there.
When you're trying to move on from a game like yesterday, I assume that having sort of like the reigning Stanley Cup champions coming in for your next one sharpens the tools pretty well.
It should. I mean, those are the nights you want to play in. So you get them one time in our building. They're a very good team. There's a lot of guys on that team that know each other both ways, so it always makes for a fun night.
Apologies if you were asked about this last night, but it was a night that I think a lot of guys were frustrated with their play, and yet Mackenzie Weir comes out and wants to shoulder the blame and say, that starts with me. As a coach, when you see that or hear that, what kind of goes through your head?
Well, that's Mackenzie. That's first and foremost. He's never, ever been a finger pointer in any situation. And even when it's not his fault, he will be a guy that will say it's his fault. That's why he's such a good team player, and he's such a great guy to have around our room. And I feel like he's a real asset for our leadership group to have as someone that's committed to doing things the right way. So most definitely not all at his feet for sure, but that's just Mackenzie's character.
I guess we see now potentially Jacob drawing back in a top 9 role. What made you go that route?
Potentially. I mean, we'll see how we go tomorrow with that. Like I said, we just weren't happy with parts of our game last night. So when you get into those situations, you look to make some changes to the lineup.
Ryan, how has the success from the Wranglers, we're talking about Cooley and others, translated to good opportunities up here?
Well, I feel like it's been that way since I've been around, really. I mean, the guys have done an excellent job in preparing players to be ready to play for the role that we need them in. So Trent and his staff have done an excellent job with that. So I know when we do bring someone up, whether it's as a call-up based on reward or something out of necessity like an injury, I know they're going to be able to be thrown right in the lineup with no issue. So we have a very good group down there with a lot of great players that, when called upon, I know will be ready to play.
When it comes to Devin, even when we were talking to him a couple minutes ago, he seems very, to intellectualize on some level, his development. He thinks about it and talks about it and can try to. Is that something that, is that an asset for a goalie?
Goalies are different. You know what I love about him is, he's very California to me, where he's a pretty chill guy. Nothing really bothers him, and I think that's what makes him a really good goaltender. He knows that he can make any save, and if something gets by him, he's like, next one's not going to beat me. I love that about him, and I think that's what's made him a good goaltender, and I think that's what's allowed him to continue to get better every year he's played.
You said before, the leakiness defensively was just guys getting behind you. So how do you prevent that given what happened last night?
It's 5 guys. Honestly, if one guy within our structure is off, there's a breakdown. So sometimes it's guys pushing a little bit more for offense or hoping a puck's going to come to them. Well, they're going to be 1 second late for their checking responsibility, and it opens up space on the ice. So it's a 5-guy thing where we need the commitment from all when they're on the ice.
When you talk about last night being uncharacteristic, how have you liked the way the group has responded to nights that maybe aren't on brand this season?
Well, we have so far, and now it's another challenge. Like we talk a lot about response. It's not reacting. You respond to events, and we've done a good job of that so far, so I'm not anticipating anything different tomorrow night.